Hey, what's up everybody? Darth Ponte here. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Star Wars Black Series Empire Strikes Back 40th Anniversary AT-AT driver. This is a re-released figure. I've had this figure for I think 2 years now. But yeah, he's on sale again with the re-releases. It's a pretty nice figure. I wasn't expecting to like him so much just because it's kind of all the troopers to make, it feels kind of random. Didn't have a whole lot of screen time. Didn't do all that much. Like, they didn't do any action. They were just in the AT-AT cockpit shooting at stuff. But yeah, no, I'm really happy with the way he looks, the way he turned out. I think he's, a handsome-looking trooper with a fresh look to him. If you're going to take two troopers from Hoth, which there really only are two, Snow Trooper and this guy, I'd say this guy is the better looking of the two. Yeah, so let's take a look at him. He comes just with this blaster, and I'm actually really happy with what they did with this blaster. It's the standard Stormtrooper blaster. There's nothing too special about it, except for right here they added a little bit of silver detailing there for where the blaster bolts would fly out of once used. I mean, if that's how Star Wars blasters actually work. But yeah, I think it's a nice mold. It's a good looking blaster. A lot of nice detailing on it. I'm happy with how that turned out. So let's take a look at this guy here. I really like some of his details. I think they did a good job on his paint. It's pretty minimal. Like, overall, it's just gray, like this shade of gray, this lighter shade of gray, which is also on the harness, and then some black and red detailings around the panel, helmet, and back panel. So, I mean, he's really only got, like, 4 colors on him. But I think the way they did it turned out really nice. So, when you look at his helmet here, I really love the red Imperial logo here. I feel like we don't get enough of that. When you think about it, it's a pretty simple logo, but I really like it. It's very iconic to me. Yeah, like, I like the red accents all over them. They really pop. Same with the black over his white and gray. I think the way they did this respirator here just looks really cool. The hoses look nice too. Yeah, it's a nice helmet. He's essentially a white TIE fighter pilot looking guy, which I think that's why I like him so much. TIE fighters and TIE pilots were always one of my favorites, and I can't wait to get the TIE pilot in Wave 2 of the Empire Strikes Back 40th Anniversary line, so looking forward to that, and I think these guys are going to stand next to each other pretty well on my display. So yeah, that's really it for his paint and detailing. Yeah, he's got some nice, pocket decals here. I like his boots. They look kind of like moon boots. So I love the way they pose. They're really flexible and they don't look like they should be. So I think that's really it. Like, he's a lot more articulate than he looks. So I think that's why every time I pull him out and start posing him, I find I'm always pleasantly surprised. So on that note, let's take a look at his articulation. These hoses, unfortunately, are a little stiff, so he's a little limited in what he can do. Like, they do move, but I find he could move a bit more if it weren't for the hoses. But yeah, he's got some good head pivoting, nice flexible ball joint there. His head goes down this far to look down, and that's how far he goes to look up. His shoulder, he's got some nice molded on shoulder pads there, but they're flexible. You can see they move when he goes up, so they won't stop you from articulating them. So that's how they're, like, glued on there. Actually, they're not molded, they're glued. So his arms will go up just like that. Good shoulder. He doesn't have bicep swivel. I don't know if it's because of the shoulder pad or what, but he's got single jointed elbows, and they'll go to 90 if you push, but if not, they go just a little less than 90 degrees. His wrists don't articulate that much. They go forward more than they go back, but they spin, and that's pretty much it for those. Oh yeah, I didn't mention his little kind of comm link there on his arm. It's a nice little detail. It's only on one side, so you can kind of talk to his general there. He's got some nice free diaphragm swivel. I know some figures, when they have like some built-in pieces like that, I would expect them all to be connected, like with that Celtic Predator figure I reviewed. But in this case, it's not, so it doesn't hinder him in any way, which is nice. Actually, you can see right there, that's where it ports into and is glued, so it doesn't impact the upper torso. Yeah, he's nice and flexible. Doesn't go back and forth too much, but he swivels nicely anyway. His legs are pretty good. His hips are pretty good. That's as far as they'll go splits-wise. Kicks forward that much. Oh, I just noticed he's got a little red spot there, which shouldn't be there. Oh, but it scratches off nicely, so don't worry about that. Yeah, he's got some good thigh rotation. Double jointed knees are really good there. His boots are nice, articulate, nice pivot there. And yeah, so that's his articulation. Overall, yeah, I'm pretty happy. He just feels really flexible in hand. I like he's got a good hand feel. Yeah, his flight harness here, it's a nice soft rubber, so you kind of feel that in your hand, which is nice. But yeah, overall, I think he's a pretty nice figure. He's fun to pose around there. Out of 10, I would give him, I would say an 8, maybe? Yeah, I'd give him an 8. For good, yet also not so good articulation. He's got some really good features and some kind of subpar features. But overall, a really good figure. There's a lot of him floating around Walmarts and other stores that sell Star Wars The Black Series, so you won't have any trouble finding him. I got him way back for $30 Canadian. That's the retail price. So on that note, he's a really good buy. And yeah, that's all I got for him. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment if there's any other figures you'd like me to review. Thanks.